The recent talk about potential cuts and freezes to federal grants, some have concerns on how that would impact local programs.
The Dauphin Island Sea Lab in Mobile County receives federal grants for some of their research and education.
Our Claudia Nichols was at the Sea Lab today to ask more questions. Claudia, what did they tell you?
Lenise and Cameron, I'm told federal grants are vital to some specific research projects, education programs, and jobs at the Dauphin Island Sea Lab. So they are keeping a close eye on what is happening in Washington, D.C.
Approximately 25% of our budget comes from grants in research, and these are competitive grants that we get, some from the state, a lot of them from the federal government.
Chair of University Programs at the Dauphin Island Sea Lab, Dr. Lisa Mee, says cuts and freezes to federal grants could threaten research and jobs at the Sea Lab. Dr. Samee says some of their scientists are on soft money positions, which means grants pay their salary and those grants are competitive.
The National Science Foundation, for example, only funds about 10% of the grants that they get, so getting a grant from them is very hard. And so you really have to be among the best to get one. And so the folks here that have those grants are really among some of the best scientists in the world, and they're doing important cutting-edge research.
Some of that cutting-edge research at the Sea Lab involves oysters.
You know, the research that I'm trying to do to grow stronger, better oysters means that an oyster farmer can produce more, which means there's more jobs for oyster farmers and more oysters in our restaurants. And so that really the knowledge we create here translates up through like a whole bunch of different workers that affects our economy in a very big way.
From the lab to the plate, Dr. Samee says oysters are just one example of the Sea Lab's research projects that could have an economic impact.
Oyster research is one of them. We track marine mammals, and we do the mammal stranding network, and we study climate in the ocean and weather patterns and all kinds of things, and all those things can be affected negatively. Yes.
Each summer, the Sea Lab employs high school summer interns along with undergraduate and graduate students for other positions. Dr. Samee says he's concerned about losing funding for educational programs, possibly affecting the next generation of scientists.
I feel like science is important. It should be funded, and I was worried about my graduate students and my colleagues here at the lab.
Dr. Samee tells me if they do face cuts to federal grants, they'll have to find new ways to fund their research and education programs because both are essential to the work they do at the Dauphin Island Sea Lab. Reporting live in studio, Claudia Nichols, Fox 10 News.